Hey guys, and welcome to the Blue Bridge. And today I'm going to be looking back and looking forward as I review that Liverpool game once again and look ahead to tomorrow's game against Panathinaikos. So let's get into it. So tomorrow we have another test in Greece against Panathinaikos, our second 11 usually for this competition. And so I'll go on to that one a little bit later. But first of all, I'm just going to address a couple of points from the match over the weekend that I didn't pick up on. The first one was the handball. I must admit, I didn't actually see it at the time, but some things on social media have come out afterwards that showed the goal, the penalty, what led up to the incident, that led to the penalty that Curtis Jones got for Liverpool. It shouldn't have been allowed because just before the foul by Colwill, he controlled the ball with his elbow, and you could see the trajectory of the ball change because it was going off for a goal kick, and the ball stopped. First of all, I thought it was is part of his body, that it was part of his body, but a legal part of his body from the angle that I saw it at. But from the other angle, where the referee the linesman should have had a great sight of that. But whether it was the Anfield crowd or something, he missed it because a lot of our fans who were sitting down that away end, they spotted it. So VAR should have picked that up, and they didn't. I remember a game where, I can't remember who it was against, where we had a disallowed goal. I think it was Aspilicueta, and they went back 5 or 6 phases of the game. They were looking at ways to disallow this goal. And usually it's only the second phase or the third phase that they're meant to look at. But I think they looked at about 5 phases of play, and they found an incident there. So that's what I'm saying. Again, a lack of consistency. Other thing I want to talk about is Arne Slot. He did his post-match or pre-match interview for their up-and-coming game. Who they got again? Can't remember who they play now. Is it Italian side? German side? RB Leipzig, I think it is. Yeah. So in his interview, he was talking about the Chelsea game and how hard it was, and he said that he thinks Chelsea are going to be a difficult team to play against this season, and he tips us to come good again. He thinks we'll finish top 4, and that's good to hear from an opposition manager. Some of our fan base never satisfied, saying that he's trying to gaslight us by that. But come on, guys, let's be real. You can see how much it meant for him at the final whistle to get that victory. You can see they were scared of us. Even that incident where there was that shoulder barge where Vega came together with the Colombian guy, and they didn't get the foul, and you can see how annoyed he was because we went up the other end and Malagosta nearly scored from it. Nunes, that's the guy. So, and the way that he gave us respect as well when they dropped their lines and that's the other thing I want to say as well. When I did my pre-match review or preview, when I did my preview, I looked at Liverpool like I forgot that they've got a new manager now. When I said I forgot, they had Klopp for so long, and because he hasn't really changed a lot, there's some fine details that Arne Slot has changed. I was thinking, this was the Liverpool who always go to attack, who always play that high line when I said we'll have spaces behind. But Slot was clever enough to drop his lines. When he saw that we were dominating possession, they were more defensive and they dropped their lines. People like Trent Alexander didn't venture up the field a lot in that game. And so, yeah, as I said, they gave us that respect. So does this look like a man who's gaslighting us? I think that, a lot of fans don't want to admit it, but Chelsea are showing signs. It's not quite there yet, but we are showing signs of improvement. With a little bit more experience, we can get there. So, on to the game for tomorrow. This is a game where, again, in a cauldron in Greece, it's the comment. Some of the reporters did ask the question, how are we going to cope with going to a place like Greece? Maresca answered the question well. He said, look, we went to Anfield and managed that atmosphere. We could have arguably come away with a draw in that game. So going to Greece should be no problems for this set of players. Some of the questions were a bit bizarre, if you asked me in the press conference earlier. I thought the English press were bad, but some of the Greek questioning was terrible. Remember they asking João Felix something about his star sign or something like that, ridiculous. Anyway, so he did. There's a fixation with Mudryk. There was a question about Mudryk and the fact that he wasn't in the Liverpool squad. I'd have had him in the Liverpool squad, by the way, for his pace. Thought he would have been an asset coming off the bench in the second half. So he said that there's no issues with him. He's just got to carry on working hard. And we saw him yesterday, actually, at the Arsenal game, because obviously they played against Dinamo Kiev, his old team. And he took pictures with some Arsenal supporters, probably wishing that he was an Arsenal player. Some Chelsea supporters are probably wishing he was too. But hey-ho, he's still got to do a lot of proving on the pitch and show some consistency. And that was the same thing labelled at João Felix when he was talking. He said he's just got to work hard, he's got every faith in his ability, and he feels that he can get to that level where he gets regular game time. So again, this is an audition to these players. The last time we played, I thought players like Pedro had a very good game last time out, and Kuka was a bit quiet, I thought, in that game. So he's sort of saying that he needs to be saying that I need to be playing up ahead of Nico Jackson. People, as I mentioned before, Mudryk, he's got to prove it. So yeah, we've also got two youngsters who have travelled with us. One is a Samuel Raksaki, and he is a midfielder, comfortable in possession. He's got an eye for a pass, and he's trained with the first team, and he's been very impressive when he's been training with the first team squad. So if he's got the opportunity, depending on the score, then yeah, he'll get some minutes. If not, he'll just have the experience of travelling up with the team. And the other one is exciting attacker by the name of Shamarai Mueka. And he is a central striker, great hold-up play. He's got an eye for a goal, and he can play in wide areas as well, or even as a second striker. So again, it will all depend on how well the game is going, if he's going to get an opportunity. Because you've also got like the likes of Chukwuemeka, who hasn't really played a lot at Chelsea this season, and you've got Gui, who needs some minutes up front as well. So, but we've gone with a young, inexperienced squad, because we've people like Moise Caicedo has been left at home. Reece James has been left at home. Obviously, we know Lavia's not in the squad, which again I repeat myself. I think he should have been, just to build up his minutes. And you saw how impressive he was against Liverpool the other day. Obviously, we've also got no Fofana in the squad, and so the midfield area could be a bit light when it comes to holding midfielders. So it looks like Dewsbury Hall, who was quite impressive in the last outing that we had in this competition, and Enzo Fernandez will be the double pivot. So hopefully someone like a Chukwuemeka or could come on in the second half. We'll see. So early kickoff tomorrow. So that's something that we got to be aware of. I may miss the first half, actually, as I'm going to be being an audience with Ratman, the maker of the Supercell series, which was on Netflix. So that finishes at 5:30. So I'll probably have to watch the first half on my phone as I travel back home. Then I'll watch the second half. So if my match review may be a bit late, as I may need to re-watch some of the moments before I can comment on the match. So are you guys looking forward to it? Because Greece beat England for the very first time. Could another Greek side beat an English side, and to make it like a 2 out of 2 in the last week or so? We'll wait and see. But I'm hoping that the guys will turn up once again, have a good performance, because this is ours to lose. As I said, our tournament to lose. And we need to take no team for granted. We need to be at our best in all the games. Let's put out another impressive performance. It's important that we get a win after 2 games without a victory, draw in defeat against Liverpool. Get back to winning ways, up the Blues. And so comment what you think the score is going to be down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and be notified every time I make a new video. So take care. Bye-bye.